Okay, now that we have our phases of the moon written, we are going to represent or show the phases of the moon with our chocolate sandwich cookies. So, I don't know if you're familiar with the twist and pull method, but with these cookies, I like to kind of twist them opposite directions and then pull apart. And sometimes you get one where it does it really nicely. Sometimes you don't. That's why you want a lot of cookies. Some to eat, some to get right. Now, the first two are perfect. Full moon, up here at the full moon, and the new moon, which is technically the beginning of our lunar cycle. Every time we have a new moon, that's when the lunar calendar has another month. So full moon, new moon. Now, twist and pull. Okay. Now I'm gonna use the cream side and a butter knife, and I'm going to cut half of the cream off. So I want a nice half moon. Now, don't worry about how you rotate it. I'll show you that in a second, but you need two of those. That one didn't come out perfectly, but that's okay. I can still cut off half of the cream on the side that didn't come off very good, just kind of scrape it off and put it over to the side. Okay, so I have full moon, new moon, two of these quarter or half moon looking ones. Now I'm going to make my two crescents. Twist and pull. Once again, it didn't come off perfect, but that's going to be fine. I'm going to cut very gently a little curve. I don't know if you can see this, Vance, but a little curve, even a little smaller than that, a little crescent, and then scrape off that extra frosting. So something kind of like this. Make two of those. Do that little kind of arc, rainbow, crescent shape. Maybe you've seen it in the sky while you've been observing. And just put it on the other side. So now I have two crescents. Now we have to do our gibbous, which I still haven't fully figured out if I spelled it right, and I'm definitely going to, because I know my word endings, and there's either an O-U-S sometimes to make that S sound, or an E-O-S, which is I think the Greek's root spelling. So I really want to make sure I know exactly how to spell it. I'm gonna look that up as soon as I get this finished. All right, so the gibbet is a little bit harder. What I did is I still cut a crescent shape into the Oreo. However, instead of leaving the crescent shape like I did on these ones, that was the part I scraped off and left this kind of round, sort of Pac-Man looking one. Okay, one more gibbous. Twist, pull. Once again, I cut a crescent shape, and that's the part I scrape off. So it should be a little bit bigger than the half moon or the quarter moons that you see. Now, I need to make sure everything is in the right direction, because from new moon to full moon, we're getting bigger, and the first side of the moon that we see is getting bigger on what I would call the right side. And then once I have that one done, I need, and I'll show you right now, I need it to look like crescent, half moon, gibbous. So it looks like it's getting bigger and it's going in order. Crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous. And then it gets full on that side, and then it starts getting smaller on the opposite side. So my waxing gibbous for this one is going to be pointing the opposite direction. So they should be like that. That's probably the hardest part of this, is figuring out which way to put your crescents and your gibbous. And then it gets smaller until you're left with this. So I'm gonna flip it around so you can see your different phases. I'm hoping that this is something you can try. It's just kind of a completion of getting your moon phases down. So we have our new moon to waxing crescent, to the first quarter, to the waxing gibbous, full moon. Then we go into the waning phase. We have a waning gibbous, a third quarter, a waning crescent, back to the new moon, and we start over. Thanks for watching.